Okay, now vitamins. So, yeah, so minerals are one thing. Vitamins are also massively important. The RDA, recommended daily allowance and stuff, is dog shit. It's dog shit. There's so many different things. Everyone's a different individual. If someone drinks, they need more of this. If someone's not out in the sun, they need to take a shit more vitamin D. If you live way up north, you need more vitamin D. If you're sick, you can take 10 times the vitamin C they tell you to take in a day. If you're, we need it, some of them, if you take too much vitamin E, it can be toxic. But the levels that they're going to tell you are toxic are usually, well, they usually don't talk about toxic, but the amount that they want you to take and say this is what your body requires is dog shit. And RFK is not going to help or anything like that. You kind of almost have to, you can speak with your doctor and stuff, but there's a point where you have to kind of use intuition and learn how your body reacts to certain vitamins. Vitamins on their own are okay to take, but I really want you guys taking them from herbs that are grown organically and all that, because they can work in a more complex way. So we'll take vitamin C, for example. I'd rather see somebody have a lot of vitamin C from, I don't know, lemons or something like that, than just take vitamin C. But that's besides the point. We'll just focus on the vitamins. So like vitamin C, for example, the RDA is very low. You can, and I've read a whole book on vitamin C, a couple of them, well, audiobooks on vitamin C. So vitamin C sort of kind of helps everything a little bit to a degree. So when you're sick, you can have a ton of vitamin C. Like if you just took a lot of vitamin C, the worst thing that would happen is you would just, shit your brains out, basically. And even that is kind of good. Vitamin C can pull a lot of things from the body. Since our insurance and medical system is so fucked up, they make it so you have to like put a gun to their head to get vitamin C. And so you can do, there's first off, there's several types of vitamin C, and all these vitamins, there's several like types of the vitamin. Okay. And I don't mean brand by manufacturer. So vitamin C, for example, you can do intravenous vitamin C. What is that? Well, that's a vitamin C that goes into your vein from, the bag and stuff. That is highly, highly therapeutic, but you will never see and it's very cheap, but if you ask the doctor or nurse to do that, they're going to look at you like you're high. But it's like, yeah, I want a mega dose vitamin C. Mega dose vitamin C. That's what you want. You're feeling bad, mega dose that shit. Okay. Liposomal vitamin C, a different type of vitamin C. Liposomal vitamin C is basically like vitamin C that's kind of surrounded in some fat to be more absorbable. Okay. Ascorbic acid isn't the only type of vitamin C. Yeah, I tend to trash doctors and stuff a little bit, but like I'm just doing it because the industry in general. So I'm trying to think of a food that's high in vitamin C and iron that you could like go pretty hard on. I can't think of one off the top of my head. But vitamin C is like a universal helper. If you're ever feeling sick, take way more vitamin C. Vitamin C really, really helps. Yeah, I have a cynical view towards it, and it's kind of a little bit of my shtick, I guess, on YouTube. But we'll get into the vitamins here.
Tiny invisible chemicals with names that sound like bad Wi-Fi passwords. B12KD3. You might laugh, but without them, your skin cracks, your blood thins, your bones snap, and your brain misfires. These microscopic players.
And why did he say those three? I'm going to go back to that. So when you're taking vitamin D3, so most people when they say they're taking vitamin D, okay, so I live in the north, okay. I can't just get as much sunlight as I'm getting now when I'm going paddleboarding all fucking day and snorkeling and fucking off. Okay, I can't just live like someone like that because I'm not vitamin D deficient because I'm getting it from the sunlight. Okay, I have to end up supplementing it and taking it from foods. So vitamin D is almost like one of those ones like it's magnesium where where the vitamin D is like responsible for like several hundred things within your body. So it needs it for that. So vitamin D can end up affecting your mood, your energy, if you're depressed or not, how your immune system is, if your dick works or not, a bunch of things. And they usually pair it with K because K drives it into the bones. So that's one reason why they're saying that, having those two together. B12 is for like energy production. So when you get to the B vitamins, like so in some other countries, they might just prescribe you like B vitamins instead of like Adderall and stuff like that to give you some more energy and things like that.
You might laugh, but without them, your skin cracks, your blood thins, your bones snap, and your brain misfires. These microscopic players, they're vitamins. And today we're breaking down every single one you actually need. Vitamin A. Vitamin A is the reason you can see in the dark, or at least why you don't trip over your coffee
Vitamin A is like, carrots.
table every night. It's essential for your eyes, skin, and immune system. Without it, your vision starts to fail, your skin dries out like old leather, and your body's defenses collapse. Back in history, vitamin A deficiency was a serious problem. In some parts of the world, children literally went blind because their diets lacked it. That's why golden rice, genetically modified rice packed with vitamin A, was invented, sparking debates that still rage today. You'll find vitamin A in foods like carrots, sweet potatoes, spinach, and liver.
See how these two are like orange? That's like more of a vitamin A thing.
Yes, liver. The food everyone pretends.
Yeah. So again, when I was talking about liver, I don't know if any of you guys have cats in here. I did a video on cats, how to help your cat live longer and stuff like that. So when you're buying the different wet food for your cat, which I said I want you to have about 3 different wet foods on hand and 3 different kibbles on hand, but try to go for the liver. You can get liver, heart, turkey giblets and shit. You kind of want that, but particular liver and heart, because it's just wet food. They don't really care, but liver and heart are really, really good. It's just a more nutritious thing to give your cats.
To enjoy once a year, but secretly hates. Too little, and your night vision.
Also, too, like liver helps liver. So if you're eating liver, even from another animal, it helps your liver. Eating heart, it helps your heart. So on and so forth.
Fades. Too much, and your skin might turn orange. Balance is key. Vitamin B, the complex crew. Vitamin B isn't just one vitamin. It's an entire extended family, and like most families, it's confusing. There's B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, B7, B9, and B12.
So when you go to get an energy drink, okay, it's always going to have, or a lot of them are going to have B3. B3 is niacin. B3, if you take it, it kind of actually can give you like a buzz. It almost feels like your skin is tingling a little bit because it's helping your circulation, like epidermal circulation, I believe it's called. B12 is also used in energy production. So when you go to get some energy drinks and stuff, you're usually going to have B3 and B12 for sure.
Notice there's no B4, B8, B10, or B11. Scientists skipped those like bad movie sequels. Each B vitamin has a job. B1, thiamine. Keeps your nerves firing. Without it, you get beriberi.
Again, I don't know all these. I'm just trying to share what I do know about it and why.
A disease that once wiped out sailors who ate nothing but polished rice. B2.
And then after this video, I'm going to call it a night.
Riboflavin. Helps turn food into energy. Fun fact, it makes your urine neon yellow. If you've ever taken a multivitamin and thought you were glowing, thank B2. B3, niacin. Fuels metabolism.
Yeah.
Deficiency causes pellagra. Nicknamed the 3Ds, dermatitis, diarrhea.
Yeah, B3 also can help with mood. I've heard a thing where they give like massive doses to vitamin B3 to like schizophrenics and stuff, and to like help them a shit ton. B3 is really powerful. Sometimes it's just called niacin, but B3 is really good stuff. Like, for example, there's like a brand of energy drink called like C4. It's mostly just like niacin in there. That's mostly like what it is.
And dementia. Not exactly a fun package deal. B5, pantothenic acid, supports hormone production. It's everywhere in food, so deficiency is rare. Lucky break. B6, pyridoxine, critical for brain function. Without it, you risk confusion and anemia.
Again, like I said, in other countries, they may just give you, if you have confusion and bullshit like that, lack of focus, they might just give you a bunch of B vitamins. Like again, like a mega dose, not the goyim dose they tell you to have here, which doesn't do shit.
Yeah. B7, biotin, marketed as the hair, skin, and nails vitamin. Influencers love it.
Yeah, it's the beauty vitamin.
But most people already get enough from their diet. B9, folate, crucial for making DNA and preventing birth defects. Pregnant women are told to stock up. B12, cobalamin, the heavyweight. Without it, your nervous system malfunctions, your red blood cells deform, and fatigue hits you like a truck. You'll find B vitamins in meat, eggs, leafy greens, and grains.
See how meat and eggs are almost in all of them?
Vegans especially struggle with B12 since it mostly comes from animal products. That's why supplements exist. The B family doesn't get as much spotlight as vitamin C or D, but without them, your body basically stalls like a car with no fuel. Vitamin C. Vitamin C is the celebrity of the vitamin world. It's the one everyone thinks of when they catch a cold. Even though research shows it doesn't actually prevent colds, at best it might shorten how long you're stuck sneezing. Still, its importance is undeniable. The biggest historical lesson in vitamin C deficiency was scurvy.
Scurvy.
For centuries, sailors on long voyages wasted away. Bleeding gums, rotting
Yeah, rotting teeth, bleeding gums. So this is what I was trying to say too about the mouth earlier. The gums require a shit ton of vitamin C. When you go to like brush your teeth, you're like grinding your gums, okay? And that takes time, that takes recovery. The best thing that you can do for your teeth is you take neem, N-E-E. So I'm going to put it in the chat. Neem, which is a tree, plus vitamin C. High dose. Wait. C. Okay. Neem is a tree, and why is it important for this? Neem stops the bacteria that creates gingivitis altogether. It's called like L-gingivalis or something like that. So anytime I have any type of mouth problem or something like that, I have neem and vitamin C, and it'll always go away. Always. Always, always, always. It never will fail. So any of you who have a, your teeth are hurting, gums are bleeding, shit like that. So when you have bleeding gums and stuff like that, that's indications of other things in the body that are going wrong too. But sometimes it's just a lack of vitamin C and minerals. Most of it's really minerals, the vitamins too, but a lot of it is really minerals that are the culprit here. Deficient in minerals.
Teeth, fragile bones, until someone realized citrus fruits were the cure. That's why British sailors earned the nickname limeys. Not because they loved gin and tonics, but because limes saved their lives. On a biological level, vitamin C is essential for producing collagen, the protein that keeps your skin firm, your blood vessels strong, and your wounds able to heal.
And like I said, vitamin C kind of goes along and helps out pretty much everything. I've heard a story but again, mega dose that shit. Not every day, all the time, but now and then, mega dose that shit.
It's also a powerful antioxidant, protecting your cells from damage. You'll find it in oranges, strawberries, bell peppers, broccoli, and yes, limes. The human body can't make it or store much of it, so you need a steady supply from your diet. Go without it, and your body literally falls apart. Vitamin D. Vitamin D isn't really a vitamin. It's more like
it's like a hormone
your body makes when sunlight hits your skin. That's why it's called the sunshine vitamin. Without it, your bones soften, your muscles weaken, and your immune system struggles. Historically, vitamin D deficiency caused rickets, a disease that left children with bowed legs and fragile skeletons, especially in industrial cities where smog blocked sunlight. Doctors eventually realized that just letting kids play outside or adding vitamin D to milk could wipe it out. Vitamin D helps your body absorb calcium, making it essential for bone strength. But it doesn't stop there. It also supports mood regulation and immune defenses. Low levels are linked to fatigue, depression, and higher risks of illness.
Yeah, seasonal depression. Like I have seasonal depressions in the wintertime. So you have to take vitamin D and even some other stuff.
You can get it from sunlight, fatty fish, fortified milk.
I am not fully against pharmaceuticals. I do talk a lot of shit about them just because I see how corrupt that they can be.
And supplements. But here's the irony. Modern life keeps us indoors, covered in sunscreen, staring at...
Get outside, interact with the earth. That's been my whole message here.
Screens. So even though rickets sounds like an ancient disease, vitamin D deficiency is making a quiet comeback today. Vitamin E. Vitamin E is the quiet bodyguard of your cells. It's a powerful antioxidant, which means it protects your cell membranes from damage, like rust-proofing for your body. Without it, your cells would be under constant attack from free radicals, the unstable molecules that speed up aging and disease. Historically, vitamin E deficiency is rare, but when it happens, it can cause nerve and muscle damage, vision problems, and...
Yeah, I think I was actually low in vitamin E when I did my hair test thing.
Weakened
vitamin E and selenium, actually, which those are sort of an easy fix.
System. Think tremors, muscle weakness, and difficulty coordinating movement. Symptoms nobody wants.
And I have been feeling weaker lately.
You'll find vitamin E in nuts, seeds, vegetable oils, and leafy greens. Almonds and sunflower seeds are especially rich sources.
Yeah. So sunflower seeds are I like using that instead of olive oil or coconut oil as sunflower oil. Tastes awesome. A lot of like Russian places, they have like candy bars and little like cakes and cookies that are like basically just various forms of sunflower seeds, and they taste fucking awesome.
While supplement companies love to push high-dose vitamin E pills,
no. So vitamin E is like one of the only ones that can become kind of dangerous if you take too much.
Research shows too much can actually be harmful, potentially increasing risks for certain health problems instead of solving them. So while vitamin E might not have the fame of vitamin C or the sunshine appeal of vitamin D, it's quietly working behind the scenes, keeping your cells safe from daily wear and tear. Vitamin K. Vitamin K is the vitamin you don't hear much about until you start bleeding. Its main job is blood clotting. Without it, even a tiny paper cut could, in theory, turn into a much bigger problem. It helps your body activate proteins that stop bleeding and also plays a role in bone health. The K actually comes from
Again, it drives things into the bone.
the German word coagulation. Back in the 1920s,
That's cool. I didn't know that.
scientists noticed chickens fed a fat free diet started bleeding internally. Turns out, without fat, the birds couldn't absorb vitamin K and their bodies couldn't.
So another thing too, which I don't know if they're going to cover this, is some vitamins are fat soluble. So you want it. That's why they say oftentimes take them with a meal, because you need some fats to help transport it and do what it needs to do. Also, it kind of helps drive it through the body, I guess. And if your body's already going to be digesting food and kicking all that into gear, it should do it. It just can work in unison.
Clot blood properly. You'll find vitamin K in leafy greens like spinach, kale, and broccoli, as well as in vegetable oils. There are actually two main types. K1, found in plants.
K2 is the one that helps, that's often paired with vitamin D.
And K2, found in animal products and fermented foods like cheese and natto. A sticky Japanese soybean dish that smells like old socks but is packed with nutrients. While deficiencies are rare, newborn babies are especially vulnerable, which is why hospitals give them vitamin K shots right after birth.
So one other thing about Japan, one of the places where they live the longest is Okinawa, Japan. And what do they do there? They live a very simple life. They eat, they go out on their paddle board or their little boat, fish the whole day in the sunlight, and eat seaweed and shit like that. And then, so they're getting exercise, but they're getting the seafoods, particularly iodine. So iodine is one of the things they noticed that was common that helped them live the longest. But they're interacting with the earth the whole day. I'm considering the ocean, interacting with the earth in this case. Getting their own food, so basically hunting it, in this case fishing, and having the food without any middleman between it, pasteurizing it or quote preserving it.
So we've
Or
seen
adding
how
chemicals and
vitamins are
stuff.
less like magic pills and more like hidden building blocks, quietly deciding whether your body thrives or falls apart. But here's the twist. Vitamins are only half the story. Your body also depends on minerals like iron, zinc, and magnesium, the microscopic metals that power everything from your heartbeat to your brain. Miss one of those, and the consequences make vitamin deficiencies look tame. And that's where things get really strange.
Cool, I did subscribe. I like this guy's channel. So I'll end it with one little last thing that has to do with the minerals, the health, all this. And I was not planning to do this, but I'm going to do a little bit of a shameless plug here. Okay. And I'm going to include, in fact, let me go do it. I'll show you this first. So, this, I work for or I can refer people for this now, called the Life Giving Store. And I've done a show on it, but you're going to go products, zeolite. So I've done a whole similar show to how we almost just did this, but on zeolite and with zeolites in general, what they are, how to use them, how they are with various things. Zeolite is equally as important as all those things, if not maybe even more important. And it's also a mineral. So I'm going to put that in the chat before I go out. And this is usually always this price, but I can save you 15% on it by doing my link thing here. This will save anything off in the store. But they have, oh shit. Hang on, I don't think I copied that the right way. So I'm going to just add this here. And I'm getting tired. But this will be the link, and they have a whole bunch of vitamins and everything here that will hook it up. So and unique stuff, EMF blocking things, and a whole bunch of things. So I'm gonna be doing some more shows on this about health, but this one was more about how the earth can help heal you and how to operate with it in harmony. So hope you guys have a great night. I hope you learned something. I hope I gave you some value. And like and subscribe if you're new. Hype some of the videos and go look at some of my other health and healing videos. I want to get more into this. Have a great night, guys and gals.